And somehow or other, by this specific requirement or need of our days, in those days the starting of the World Vaishnava Association, then he was so comforting, and he brought us with other. Of course, I'm mentioning those who are like the stars on the sky of my life, who show me which way to go in my life. But it doesn't matter that there are many, many more. And I don't diminish them. I'm not saying, oh, they're not, because there's so many other senior Vaishnavas, and specifically some of them who are not even known. One of them was living with us for 5 years, Srila Damodar Maharaj. He was the temple president of Nimritala practically all the larger part of his life, and when he was so sick and they wanted to renovate the temple, they thought, well, he's too old, he won't be able. So they told him, Maharaj, you can retire now. Maharaj said, be retired, this is my life. No, he said he didn't like the idea of retiring. So then they just told him, oh, yeah, okay, you can stay here. So Maharaj came over to our place, to Yamuna Kunja, because we had been good friends for many years. He said, can I stay here? So we had him come over and gave him a room in Yamuna Kunja, and Damodar Maharaj, he was, if you want to accuse somebody to be selfish, I mean, you could have watched him with a microscope 24 hours a day. You wouldn't find a selfish trait in him. Impossible. Such an incredible soul of dedication and kindness. And being in Yamuna Kunja, he took care of Keshava Prabhu, he took care of Amal, he took care of everybody, and all the neighbors started coming, and finally he had a whole following there. And Yamuna Kunja became a place of pilgrimage, which it is anyway, because Mahaprabhu was there. But so these type of souls, when you meet them, or let's say Madhumanga, he sang for Srila Sridhar Maharaj all his life. He's a blind man, and one day he was in our door. He says, Paramadvaiti Maharaj here. And they said, hey, there's some blind man is there, he's asking you, he knows you. So I ran out there and said, Madhumanga, because I knew him from Srila Sridhar Maharaj's ashram. No? What you doing here? You're so nice, you come and bless us. So ever since he's in Vrindakunja and chanting, every morning, artik, every time. If you let him chant, he chant all day. So he's chanting, and his sweetness, his voice and his medanga, everything is like a spiritual elixir, you know, it's a doses of mercy. And this type of life and these type of people, they're actually the most important people on the planet. You know, I don't know, maybe the planet still exists because people like this are on it, you know. I mean, it sounds maybe exaggerated, but, you know, I believe in them because I've seen them. And I see how dear they are to Krishna by behaving so close to Krishna. So this is just an unending line. Now I could just keep saying a few more words and a few more names, which would make you more happy, because everybody has its attachments to his Guru Dev and his Guru Varga. Like our Bharati Maharaj, he's a very sweet scholar. Actually, he's more a devotee than a scholar, because he is Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj. He's from a very scholarly Brahmin family, but he's only devotee. He only cares for Krishna, and when he gives you advice, you know, very revolutionary. You may not expect what you hear when you sit in front of him. And very dear to Srila Tirtha Maharaj. And then there was Trivikram Maharaj, who also left this world recently, also disciple of Srila Prabhupada. It just goes on. And here, of course, we're in the realm of influence of the sweet sound of Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj's teachings. I know him very well. I know how he is when he is very happy, and I also have seen when he gets very angry. Huh? And when he sees Maya, he gets very angry. And he lets you know that he's angry too. But his heart is so sweet. It is so accommodating. I could tell you many stories about that, but there's no time for that now. And also some of the stories are a little bit too confidential, you know. But I tell you one time, somebody showed him a book some Vaishnava had written, a Western Vaishnava, and it was about intimate aspects of Radha Krishna. Not too much, not going into the prohibited area of description, but it had been like even the title was. And then the person who showed this book to him, and he saw that book and he saw the name of the person who wrote it. He says, "Who's this guy? How's he going to write about Radha Krishna? I mean, he's nothing, you know. Should forget the whole thing, no?" And that devotee who was like very happy bringing the book to him, he went back to the author, no? And he said, "Well, that's what Puri Maharaj said about your book." So the author was like, his heart was crunched, no? So then he went, because also this author at a certain point had made some negative remarks about Srila Puri Maharaj as well, just to add. So, and then he went personally and he talked to Srila Puri Maharaj. He said, "You know, I wrote this book and I heard you didn't like it." And then Srila Puri Maharaj says, "Who said I didn't like it?" Well, they told me that you said I'm nobody, I'm so sorry, I beg you. "Oh," he says, "you may say this one moment, I want to teach the devotees something." And he took him in his arms, you know. So devotees are very, very sensitive, very beautiful beings. They have a lot of things to do on this planet for Krishna, and you can't understand them. Actually, as a matter of fact, in the scriptures it says, you can't understand a pure devotee. If you think you understand him, you're already in Maya. Because how are you going to understand him? Then you have to be higher than him, or more pure, or more understanding. So it's something like very, very interesting. So we met these devotees in this lifetime, and we keep meeting them. And now don't think I mentioned all of them from India, but don't think that's what I mean to say, that all the great devotees are from India. No, it's not at all that way. I've seen such wonderfully dedicated souls, even amongst the people who are working with us in this lifetime. Amazing. Just blows your mind how deep they are, how touchy they are, and how they're sensitive, how compassionate, how hardworking they are, how truly humble they are, how dedicated to whatever they can. No, it's really wonderful. If I think about that, I just get amazed. Still, in the midst of all the difficulties of just surviving in a Krishna consciousness mood in this age, oh, this is tough, then you need those devotees, you need that association, you know. This association is like the favorable winds. The favorable winds which blow into the sail of the boat, which can help you cross the ocean of repeated birth and death. And unless you get such association and such wind into your sails, you're going to be like a boat without wind in the water, you know. It just goes, nothing moves, you know. You're just stuck there. So now my spiritual master, he has given me this assignment to serve his devotees. Actually, you got the same assignment. Every devotee gets the same assignment, only some, they don't recognize it, they don't get it. You got the assignment to serve the devotees. And those devotees who you serve, they're mainly those who will cross over your path. No, over my path doesn't so many people cross, but I cross over their path, because I'm traveling all the time. This is very wonderful, because you meet them one day, but then you're gone also. So if I cannot plant a few good seeds in a few good soils, then I'm just wasting gasoline. No? What is the use of traveling around the world if you're not doing some tangible service, something very valuable and good for the people? And that's exactly the spirit Srila Prabhupada taught us. He said, go and do something tangible. Find out what